Yo, I want to give you a grocery store revelation that the Lord showed me, right? So I noticed something that when I go to the grocery store, I like these apples. They're called Golden Delicious apples. And I noticed something about my selection of the apples. And so sometimes, right, there are dozens and dozens of apples in the grocery store, but I might pick up one and I might examine it. I'm feeling, is it firm? Is it soft? Does it have dark spots? Does it have bruises or marks on it? And sometimes I might put one back and examine some of the other ones until I make my final selection. And so we understand that Matthew 22 verse 14 says, "For many are called, but few are chosen." And so I realized that many have been called into the grocery store. Come on, somebody. But few have been chosen by Che to make it home with me. But I'm so grateful to God that God doesn't look at me like I treat some of these apples. God doesn't look at me or pick me based on, or pick you based on your bruises, your scars, your flaws, your mistakes in your past, and the things that you've done. He doesn't look at what you've been through and discard you. Come on, somebody. I hope you're catching this. But instead, He says, I've already chosen you. You've already been chosen by God. No matter the mistakes, no matter who has left you, no matter who walked out. And so some of you might be dealing with some people who have discarded you, who abandoned you, but know that God doesn't look at you that way. In fact, 1 Peter 2 verse 9 tells us that we are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, that He chose us. He has chosen you. He has chosen me. He doesn't look at us like some people might look at the apples, me, right? He doesn't treat us like some people might treat you, because He says we are His workmanship in Ephesians 2 verse 10. And I'm so grateful to God, again, that He doesn't look at me like I look at these apples and say, no, this one has too many flaws. No, this one has too many bruises. I can't use this apple. No, He looks at you. He looks at all of us and says we are His workmanship, created for His good purpose in Christ Jesus. And so I hope that encourages someone who may have felt like somebody has abandoned, someone has dropped you, thrown you to the side. No, know that God is not like us. He's not like Che picking apples. He's not like other people may treat you. God has chosen you for a time such as this. You are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, fearfully and wonderfully made, His workmanship.